Hey everybody, I'm Nate Sallie, and welcome to Nate Sallie Music Lessons. Let me tell you something. Today we're going to tackle this song, 10,000 Reasons. You know it. If you don't know it, it's a great one to know. What a beautiful song. And we're just going to focus on the chorus. Oh, my soul, Lord, I worship your holy name. Yes, we do, Lord, we worship your holy name. So thanks for joining me. Listen, how's everybody doing out there? I am so excited about this. Listen, after 25 years of teaching students, 25 years of touring the world and playing all over the place, listen, you pick up some things. You learn some things, and I'm so excited that you get to join me in my living room. Now listen, is this some professional outfit? Do I have some amazing video crew here? No. I've got my 3 cameras, I'm sitting in my living room, and I just want to share all this experience with you. Now, if you're on your worship team, if you're on your youth worship team, or if you're on your adult worship team on Sunday mornings, or you're just sitting at home learning the piano, maybe you're an artist and you're running into some roadblocks, you're like, man, I want to expound. I want to improve. I want to embellish my playing. Well, these videos are for you. We're going to keep them simple. We're going to keep them short, but we're going to have fun and we're going to embellish these songs. Now, listen, a typical player, this is in the key of C, right? I'm just talking here. 10,000 Reasons. A typical piano player is simply going to play what they see on the chord chart. Now, you'll see the chord chart in this video, and we're playing it in the key of C. And you have F to C, G to A minor. F, C, G, A minor. Like this. And you're going to play simple triads. Look at my fingers. Right? Here's the G, G, B, D, to the A minor. Right? Just like that. Then a G suspended, which means you play the 4, and we'll talk about this, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with playing like that. Absolutely nothing wrong with playing that. However, it gets kind of redundant. It gets kind of boring. Anybody that knows a few chords can play that. We want to expound on that. We want to add some color and excitement to our playing, okay? How do we do that? We use inversions and we use embellishments, and that's what we're getting ready to do. So you can play it like this. Woo! As I go, because I have all these musical things in my musical tool bag, my musical toolbox that I can pull from, and that's what I want from you. So look at my fingers, let's do it. So first things first, here's your F chord, right? Now, if you want to do an inversion like I do here, I'm just going to show you how I play it. I would take this C on top, and I'm going to invert it. I'm going to put it on middle C. See how I did that? I took this C, and I put it down on this C, right? So I still have an F chord right here. F, A, C, but the C is down here. And it gives it a different color. So I start with this right here, 2 beats. Then we go to the C chord, and look how easy it is to go from this inversion to this C chord, just like that. In the bass, we're doing F. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Like this. Now, a typical player would just come up here and play the G triad, right? But we're not going to do the root triad. We're going to do an inversion. So watch this. If I'm on C, I'm simply going to keep my pinky where it's at. I'm going to drop my 2 finger, move my thumb down to B, and now I have a G chord. Do you see that G chord? Look at my fingers. G, B, D, except my G's up here. Does that make sense? It's a G inversion. So my first 3 chords are F, C. Drop your 2 finger, move your thumb down, keep your pinky there. There's your G, just like that. So it's going to sound like this. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and now, did you see what I just did in my left hand? Okay, when I played that G, which is the 5 chord, and we'll talk about the Nashville number system at another time. But that G, instead of playing G in the bass, I played a B in the bass. That's the 3rd of the G chord. Does that make sense? The G chord is G, B, D, and instead of playing the root G, I played B right here. Makes it sound so much better. Listen to this. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. G over B. Oh my to the A minor. So, and I use the same inversion that I use for G. I use that same inversion for A minor. Did you see that? Here's my GBD. I just took those fingers and I moved them all up one. So here's my A chord. You see that? Here's my A chord, A, C, E. And I simply just took the A and put it on top. That's what an inversion is. You're inverting the chord. You're moving the notes around, okay? Some of you know that, some of you don't, okay? There's your A minor. So we went G to A minor. So now it sounds like this. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Here comes the G over B. Oh, my A minor inversion. So, that's the first part. Then we go back to the F. Worship to the same C we played. Oh, now I love this part. Watch this. We are going to play a G, but we're going to play it like this. Now, it kind of looks like a C2, doesn't it? But it's not, because we're playing a G in the bass, which makes it a G suspended chord. Look at that, G suspended, but I have the G on top. Now, typically, most piano players will just play that, right? But we're taking the G and putting it on top, and we're going to do an embellishment. Watch this. G. You see what I did there? Simple. I just moved my thumb to my two finger. Watch. Ba, ba, ba. So when you do that, it sounds like this. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. G over B. Oh, my A minor. So back to the F inversion. Worship his whole. Now here comes the G embellishment. Name, ba, ba, ba. Just adds a little flavor to it. Then we go back to the A. Sing like never before. Now, I don't know about you, but that's pretty cool right there, because I barely had to move my hands. Did you see that? I just literally put my two finger down and it became an A minor. So here's your F inversion. You know that by now. That's what we started with. To go to the A minor in the key of C, remember, we're in the key of C. No sharps or flats. No sharps or flats in the key of C. All you have to do is drop your two finger. You see that? I dropped my two finger. Here's F. Here's A minor. What? So nice. Here's F. Here's A minor. Okay? So, dun, 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 A minor, back to the F. Now, here's my favorite part of the whole song. F, G, A minor, woo. Now, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that singing. F, G, A minor. And I used the same inversion for all three. Did you see that? F, G, and I slid it up to A minor. Just like that. F, G, A. Now in a minute we're going to do it like this. But we're not quite there yet. Let's finish the song. I work back to the F. I worship to the G, his whole. Now here's a cool part. It's very gospel. Now I grew up in the DC area. A lot of gospel music. That's where I learned to play a lot of this. You know, I was classically trained for about 10 years. And then all of a sudden on a Sunday morning, it hit me when I was in my teenage years. I looked up and I saw somebody just rocking the organ and the piano. They didn't have any music, man, and they were just shredding. They were slaying it. And I thought to myself, it occurred to me for the very first time, how come I can't play like that? I've taken 10 years of lessons. I have to have music in front of me. I can't just sit down and play. And that, my friends, is when the journey started to learn how to play chords, embellishments, how to play all these Mixolydian, Aeolian, all the different modes, all the different keys, the sevenths, the sixths, and I can't wait to share all that with you. But that's when it started, and I'm so excited. So, the whole song, here we go. Actually, here's that last part. It's F over C, and that's what makes it gospel. Listen, F over C in the bass. Not F in the bass, but C in the bass. And you do this little rhythm right here, like this. Hear that? You don't have to do that. We'll do that later. So here's the entire chorus. Are you ready for this? The entire chorus. Look at my fingers. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, yes. G over B, A minor inversion. Back to the F. Worship his whole. G suspended. Here's our little ba-ba-ba. To the F. Sing like never before. A minor. Back to the F. Oh, my soul. I worship his whole. Now here's the F over C. Name. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Listen, I want to keep these videos short, so we're going to do part 2 where we actually add all the embellishments to 10,000 Reasons. So check out the next video. It'll say 10,000 Reasons, part 2, embellishments. Thanks for joining me. This is just the first song out of hundreds. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have so much fun. All that knowledge I've had, all that life experience, all those years of playing on the road, playing with the best, oh my gosh, artists and musicians all these years, I am gonna take all this and share it with you. And I can't wait to do it because I want you to be an absolute amazing musician. I want you to be able to sit down in your youth group or on Sunday mornings or the band that you're playing in, or just at your home in your living room like I'm sitting here right now and enjoy playing this instrument. God bless you guys. Let's do it again. I'll see you in part 2.